Alright, I'm back. It is now time to refit a captured British light cruiser. So let's go check this thing out. We're going to do the Sentinel here, which we only have 4 of them, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So let's go see what we can make of this guy. Looks like it's a semi-armored cruiser hull. I like that hull. So we'll be able to do something with it. And our objective is we want this thing to go 25 knots. We want it to have as long of a range as possible. And we want to have a bunch of small guns for taking out enemy destroyers and torpedo boats. Do not have high expectations for this thing. It is mostly just for protecting my stuff. So let's go see what we can do with this guy. I'm going to go ahead and just clear it off. Poof. And let's just get our basics going. We want 25 knots, maximum bulkheads, minimum beam, maximum draught, minimum crew, forced boilers, geared turbines, get the auxiliary engines, the shaft, unbalanced rudder, hydraulic steering, better armor, double hull, better bulkheads, better anti-flood, better citadel. Make it as chunky as possible. Alright, as far as our funnels go, we got some of these dual funnels that we can stack those on. Now, I don't know how much I can stack on any of these towers. If I were to make it fatter, still wouldn't be able to. Oh, I could fit this in here. So we do something. Maybe we could make it really fat and chunky. This makes it up to 4,003 tons versus, you know. So let's see here. So 2,800. So about 2,900. So it gives me about 700 tons free, right? So about 700 tons free, and this gives me that's 700 tons free, so we're fine either way. So what we can do is we can stick this tower back here. You know, the main tower up there. I want to be able to stick some barbettes. So we could do something like that, although realistically, just doing we put barbettes on these 5-inch guns? No. If we made it a 5.1. So we can do 5.2 and we can have barbettes. So we do something like that. So that's an option there. This may not be completely necessary. And let's make sure we get all of our what's our armor penetration on this? It's kind of okay-ish, not great. Maybe it'd be better that I just go semi and just... Yeah, semi might be the best way to do it. We want as much armor as possible. So this is really kinda... You know, maybe instead of having it fat like this... I don't know if it really changes the dynamic that much. Because if I were to drop to narrow beam, I'm still getting about the same amount of extra weight. So we're not really doing great on it. I think having the extra speed is hard, but we need it. I could try going with a single hull. Doesn't really drop that much. Doesn't really change that much. So this is sort of what we've got. And then as far as secondaries, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 3-inch guns. Gives us extra. So we could do something like this, right? But now we got to drop 500 tons. I could drop it down to 24 knots, but it doesn't really help that much. So where can we squeeze the weight out from this thing? First off, as far as fore and aft deck, we can definitely drop some of that down. We'll go minimum citadel for now, just to kind of work that over. And we still have a lot of extra forebelt, a lot of extra forward weight. I think we're going to have to drop one of these guns. Because we've got a lot of... If we were to drop that weight... Let's say we put this back here. And scooch... I can't scooch you into here, can I? That just won't. That's just not going to fly, will it? No, so this has to be up here. So that's... So we're definitely having some trouble with these guns here. As far as the rear turret, the rear tower, we can go with the bigger rear tower in the back to kind of help with the weight. 4 accuracy versus 1.5 accuracy, we'd almost be better off just doing that. Why is it to 5.1, and if I back it up... No, alright, so we could try and scooch these backwards a bit to try and offset the weight. But this is definitely making it hard. Let's see here, as far as the armor on the casemates, I really don't want these things to be... Don't want these things to be bad. We may have to ditch them. We may just have to ditch these casemates, as much as I like having them. And if we went with... You know, we go with 2-inch casemates, and it's still way too much. Still way too much. You know, we can... to drop that down, we're still 200 over. So that doesn't really... That's not the problem there. I mean, I could slow this down, and maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I just have to slow this guy down. I really want this to be a faster ship. We could do induced boilers at 25 knots, and we're okay. So that solves that. I think that's our solution there. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the induced boilers. Can I go back to the 3-inch? With the 3-inch guns, it's a little bit much, isn't it? Yeah, I think we're kind of stuck. What's the difference in weight between these? There's a big difference in weight. This is turning out to be kind of a tough refit. I'd rather have the 2.9s if I can. Although I'd rather just frankly have the 3s. If I'm going to put a 3, let's say I put the 3-inch gun here and have the longer barrel, the 3-inch and the 2.9s are going to weigh the same, so I might as well go 3-inch guns. Alright, so that gives me all that. So now the problem is, how do I drop the 100 tons, almost 200 tons I need? Otherwise I've got to get rid of all these guns, and I really don't want to get rid of those guns. Go 1 inch on top. And go 2 inches for the casemate. That drops a little bit of tonnage. We could drop some tonnage there. And I really don't want to drop a lot of deck, but I may not have a choice. What else can I drop? I'm gonna drop a little speed. $24.2, $24.3. I guess we're gonna go 24.2 knots. So not really what I wanted. But we'll squeeze in a little bit of extra armor. There we go. Alright, it's good enough. It's not great, but it's good enough. It'll hunt down small ships, and it'll be good enough. Alright, beggars can't be choosers. It's a free light cruiser, and I can't build any of my own right now, so... so this'll be alright. Alright, well thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see everybody back on stream. Thank you and goodbye.